Greetings and salutations, greetings and salutations. This is Salima. I tried to go live a little bit on my Facebook on my phone and realized my speaker it does not work at all. So I apologize for that. So the name of this live is and I'm going to keep it short. I didn't want it long. Solar and lunar eclipse reveal the self. First of all, this bullshit with Putin. I'm sorry. That is a fucking reset button. They already know that monotheism and religion is on the decline, and the people that push it the most and had the most effect on churches are our people. Please do not step out of the frying pan of America's religion and jump into the fire of Russia's bullshit. Please. This is a reset to get you back in a contract that failed you here, and now they're going to use it globally to draw us back in. We do not want to be part of the religious reset button. Monotheism has not done anything for our people across the board. Please do not fall for this bullshit. Like I said, monotheism is failing. You could tell by the just around. Okay, religion and what they're doing is to create a reset button. Greetings and salutations, Michael Passio. It's always good to hear you and see you. What they're going to do, this is their reset button to reinvigorate the church and get us back participating in the realm. Because you see, when we have nothing to say about these people's atrocities, when we just concentrate on us, look how far they were willing to go. Putin was willing is to go as far and to hit a big reset button, a big telling the world that Jesus is a black man and that they're going to worship Jesus, a black Jesus, is nothing but a reset button. It is a fucking program. Please do not fall for that bullshit. Y'all do not want to be a part of the monotheistic uh, uh, playground no more. Because that's all that is. That's a playbook out the Bible. What's on the bottom should now be on top. Those who were last will now shall be first. Don't do it. Don't do it. Black America, foundational America. I don't care what you call yourself, Black, African American, Indigenous. Do not fall for that. That is a reset narrative. That's the ebb and flow of now the history is going to change. So 100 years from now, when shit fall apart, and they're going to be like, "Well, the black man is the God. He's the one that let." Listen, don't do it. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. Stay out their political arena. Stay out their religious arenas. Get off the fucking chessboard, Mr. AKA Black Man, Mr. Knight. I told you, y'all got a big arena. Now they trying to make you the king on their chessboard by saying Jesus is God. Come on, black man, please, please, please. I don't even believe in prayer, but I'm telling you, please do not fall for this joke. Reinvent yourself. Quit letting these other beings invent you. Aren't you tired of being led around? Come on, AKA Night. We need y'all. Get off their chest. All they did was hit a reset button so you could thump your chest. And how much is going to get done under monotheism? As much as got done before. I don't know, thank you. And they're not going to do nothing but to whip the black women into shape to go back to get married, to be slaves again, and make you the model for the rest of the world, of the women of the world to follow. Don't do it. Don't do it. You see the Aryan woman, she don't like that. She didn't like being the model of the world for the it failed her. She, like everybody else, has to be in charge of who you are. So a reset button was just pushed. A big, heavy reset button was just pushed by Vladimir Putin. I refuse to jump out of the frying pan of monotheism here in America, to jump into the frying pan of monotheism in Russia. They're all in it together. They're all in it together. I need y'all to stay focused. Stay focused. Mm. When they hitting reset buttons like this, they scared. When they hitting reset buttons to make us inclusive, the solar and lunar eclipses are revealing the self. It's revealing this world. It's revealing their desperation. What you gonna do, people? Because I'm sitting back watching the fireworks. I got a class April 1st for those of y'all want to know about this solar eclipse, the real knowledge. I got you. Come on in. I still got, I think, 3 spaces left. Three, maybe four. I don't know. I think it's 3 spaces. And I'm not charging a lot because I'm not doing a lot, but making y'all study. Y'all gonna study this shit out. You about to learn who you are so you can avoid and discern these false great resets. Because look at what they just did. That you got to be scared to tell the world that this is the black. Come on, y'all. Don't fall for it. Stay strong. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Don't fall for it. That is straight fear. They want you. They in fear, and they figure if they give you Jubilee, because that's all that is Jubilee, and it's this woman. No, we want the cornucopia, motherfuckers, and telling the world that the black Jesus, that Jesus is black, is not the cornucopia. That's just a little bit of Jubilee. Mm-mm, mm. No, that's why the goddess is here to make sure y'all can't fool my people no more. Because that's all that is, Jubilee. We want the cornucopia. This world has more than enough for all of us. So, also, I see elders online talking about they have a right to make decisions for us as a whole. No, they don't. I do not consent for any elder. I don't care if you look like me, don't look like me. I don't care. I am autonomous when it comes to me making decisions for me and myself. The only other person that I have a right to make a decision for is the child who is the age of minority, not because I have a bunch of children, but because she's unable, she's under minor age to make decisions for herself. That's it. But any adult coming up here, they talking about they making alliances, peace treaties, and all this in your name. Cut they ass. I'm sorry, I love some of them, but I'm watching them talk about they got the right to make decisions that affect us as a whole, with no guarantees that what they want for us as a whole is what we. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. So please, please, no. Y'all pay attention. Solar and lunar eclipse reveal the self. This is the age of discernment. This is the age of autonomy because you've given your power over. We've given our power over to the powers that be long enough. And if you are of an age of majority, you can make decisions for yourself. And that means nobody, no contract that people are laying. Because right now, contracts are being handed to you. Black Jesus is a fucking contract. It's that you can agree to or not. I choose not to agree to. I don't want no more contracts in this world. I want agreements. I want vibratory, frequent, the flow harmonic agreement. Because a contract is a con. Black Jesus under monotheism is a contract I am not willing to get into because it still perpetuates patriarchy over matriarchy and the same bullshit. So anybody telling you that they got the right to vote for you democratically under democracy, no, they do not. Democracy is a false indoctrination. Democracy is a demonstration of open air of a working open air penal colony. Democracy, demonstration of an open air penal colony. That's all y'all getting. Democracy is a demonstration of an open air penal colony. And you want to know why? Because those who allow others to vote for them have shown they have the minds of a minor. Because you don't know the person that's talking about they vote for you. I don't. So I refuse. I do not consent. I do not consent to democratic forums at all. I do not consent to monotheistic forums. I do not want to play in those arenas. Nope. No, 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 no. And mm, people running back to religion. I want to say it like I said in the first video before I realized my speaker didn't work. Religion is an addiction. It has been handed down to us for generation, just like a diet. And they'll try to tell you that cancer is genetic. Cancer is not genetic. Cancer comes by way of habit, not through genetics. Bad habits. Monotheism is an addiction. And it's addictive because it is the only structure that a lot of us know, whether it be the Christian structure of monotheism, the Islamic structure, the Judaism structure of monotheism, whatever it is, we've been there. And this realm has fallen apart. And they've robbed us. It's one of the ways of how they financially rob, aka black communities and indigenous people, through monotheism, through tidings. Hundreds of billions have gone out of our community. Whole families were left homeless because homes were given to the churches instead of left in the families. That's how powerful monotheism is in the black community. So please, with all due respect, get your freaking dictionaries out and learn what discernment is. Putin is creating another paradigm within this realm. No, no, no. So that's one of the first timelines put out. And that's why 3 dimensions is always important. They can put out 3 timelines in this dimension. Be aware of that. And depending on what dimension and how you want to, which timeline you want to function on, that'll be the part of the dimension you live in. So yeah, Putin just put out a big reset button. And you don't want nobody making no kind of vote for you. You have to have autonomous discernment with self. That is what the April 1st class is about, teaching you about self. See, I see a lot of people teaching our people about the stars, but we still not concentrate on self so we can fortify the self against these narratives that they're going to put out. They're putting out reset buttons that are just going to trap us. And Black Jesus is a reset button to entrap the black soul back into the reincarnation. You're supposed to be here 3, 4, 5,000 years with this body just as beautiful damn near as the day you were born. But if you keep adhering to foreign and alien contracts, we will never go forward. This is how you keep getting your memory wiped, because you keep going into contracts with foreign entities that have nothing for you but empty contracts. So yeah, I mean, beware. Vladimir Putin just pushed a reset button and started a new timeline. I am not going to be part of that timeline. I do not want to be praised as a god. I am not a god. When I say I am God, the goddess, I mean I am. So don't let them fool you. Don't let them fool you with that trickery. These are Jesuits who are out here making these. No, no, no. How can people that never lived around us, never did anything for us, never cared about us, all these people are in bed together. They all have trade agreements. They all have contracts, China, Russia, and America. They ain't never been at odds. They ain't never been at odds. They all have trade agreement contracts. How can you be at nuclear war odds with somebody you trading with every day? Scientific. Y'all up on one space station together. China, Asia. Man, come on. Come on, baby. Come on, people. Don't get pulled into the reset. It is not for us. Them saying that is to just give you jubilee and make you stop. Don't stop that motion of freedom. You there. We ain't almost there. You there. Vladimir Putin, all he did was hit a reset button because monotheism is failing. They want that black body back in the church. Giving them that energy. They want them black dollars back in the church. No, no, you've seen what monotheism has done. Mm-mm. No, I'm not. I'm not for that. It is nothing but an empty contract. Being worshipped as God, what is that going to get you? For us. Because if they had a problem coming to terms with our humanity, how you think they're going to come to terms with us being God? That's a sick fucking picture. I do not want to, that's not even a movie I want to entertain. Okay, so have discerning people. That was a red herring they gave you. No, no, to give you jubilee for a minute. Pay attention to what's going on in your realm. Pay attention to self. Let me see. Hold on, I got to get this real quick. Because this is the part that they don't want you to know. And I'm going to give this to you. I'm not going to put up my cash app or nothing because today this is really important. This is so important. This is way beyond, you know, anything else right now. Because I don't want y'all to fall into the trap. Now, me and the goddess Yasini did a live, very powerful live called Amalek. And in the Amalek, I revealed that we were Genesis 1 and that the humans were Genesis 2. I'm going to go over that for a minute and then I'm going to close out because, like I said, I didn't want to make this too long. So, if you refer back to my video on my page, it's called I Am Homo Sapiens Sapien, where I talked about the indigenous beings being Homo Sapien. And that we as Homo sapiens practice homosexuality. Because I'm not a human, I cannot practice human sexuality. I can't. It's impossible. So what they did was put the most kind of perverse sexuality and said that it was under a Homo sapiens watch. False. Okay, so we're going to do just a little bit of Bible study because, like I said, I didn't want this to go too long. So in Genesis 1, 11. Then God said, let the land produce vegetations, seed-bearing plants, and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it, according to their various kinds. And it was so, and the land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed. And God saw that it was good, and there was evening, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, in Genesis 1, there was no tilling. The great mother, the realm, produced everything that we needed to eat. There was no tilling. So that means that this realm was created for us. Everything that is here is already for us, but we've been seduced away from it into the matrix, a false matrix. So when you go to Genesis 2, and we're going to go to Genesis 2, let me see. And there was no man to work the ground. So this is Genesis 2. Five. And no shrubs of the field had yet appeared on the earth, and no plants of the field had yet sprung up, for the Lord had not sent rain on the earth, and there was no man to work the ground. Now that's Genesis 2:5. But in Genesis 1, the ground didn't need work. It produced everything we needed. So we're talking about two different entities, two different. There's a realm here that is ours. It's waiting for us to merge with it and acknowledge it. I'm not going to be part of any reset button. A reset button means now we have to. They always want to give, the AKA black people the fucking steering wheel after they done crashed the shit. Fuck you. You keep your black Jesus. Keep that motherfucker. And I'm just real with that. They always want to hand shit over to us after they have fucking totally wrecked it. No, no. So hold tight, my people. Hold tight. Religion is addictive, but you are of antiquity. You were here before there was ever a pen and a pencil to tell you who you are, who you are, who you can be. These people are evil. They will not change. Beware of the false contracts that will lead you down to empty. Social Security is a false contract. They're talking about raising the age again where you can't even reach it, and they know you don't even live that long. Are you playing with me? Y'all really considering what these people talking about? Discern with a contract when you see one. Tell the difference between a mutual agreement and a contract because the contract is empty. You pay and they still don't have to deliver. A mutual agreement is mutual loving works being reciprocated, received and reciprocated. That is what a mutual agreement is. And they try to fool you into believing that these contracts are those, but they're not because they never do any work on their part. They never fulfill their part. So we aren't going to get into any more contracts with these people. Jesus is a con as far as I'm concerned. Religion is a con. Monotheism is a con. Remember, no one can vote for you. If you're of the age of majority, no one can vote for you. The minute you allow someone to vote for you, you have handed over your power. You are no longer the age of majority. This is why I'm doing the study session. Like I said, $25 to come on in, learn who you are. Like I said, this is how you arm yourself. If you're not arming yourself up here, it doesn't matter what kind of gun, what kind of blade, it doesn't matter what kind of other outside weapon you have. If you have not armed the most powerful weapon, which is your temple, arm that temple. Please arm yourself with proper knowledge. We got to quit falling into these contracts. The Putin telling the world that they're gonna. That's a false hearing. Please think for yourselves. Yep, you got to think for yourselves. If you don't, we're going to stay in the predicament we're in. There will never be anything for us. We won't be free. This is just a reset. Putin saying that is just a reset. There was something else going on. Yeah, don't let these leaders vote for you. I'm autonomous. I have discernment. I can vote for myself. I can decide whether or not even if the table you at is the table I want to be at. And I don't think so. I don't think so. I know not so. Anytime somebody is telling you that you can make votes for other people and they're not aware of it on their behalf. That's why I have a problem with spirituality and religion. I don't want you putting stuff on me. Don't do the hooju words on me. I meant that. I do not practice any type of religion. I don't care if you call it African spirituality, voodoo, Christianity. I don't care what it is. If it's outside of me, it is not for me. And it's not for us. But you have to make that decision. Y'all have to make that decision for yourself. So, like I said, be careful of these resets. Putin just did a big fucking reset. I'm hoping it comes out later that it was a joke, but if it wasn't, my people, y'all better stay strong. If y'all think the American, see, and this is why they put out the American Gods. I ain't even watched that show, but this is what they were fucking prepping you for. Don't do it. Don't do it. The real God is I am. Salima is I am. Okay, don't do it. That's all I can say. And like I said, the study group and the study guides from this point on, you do have to pay. But I will continue to put out these messages of love for my people. Receive it or not. Those who have an ear, let them hear. But I love y'all. But I'm gonna be real with y'all. That was some low down shit. That was low. What Putin and them doing, that was low. That was low. They can't even treat you right as a human. But now they're going to display you and tell the truth that you the God. What kind of cognitive dissonance is that going to do to the realm? Please prepare yourself, my people. Please, they're trying to start a purge on our people. Because think, you have a whole realm who has hated us. For forever, they have hated us. And now this man comes out and say, these people who y'all been hating is God. Come in, baby. Yep. They gonna come out and say that we gods. Of course, that's true. But the cognitive dissonance of the realm, and I'm not even human, and they couldn't even treat us humanely. They don't even treat us as well as they treat their pets. So this man coming out doing this huge reset, man, you talk about cognitive dissonance. Listen, my people, y'all stay on code. Y'all need harmonic resonance. Because that's all cute that he told everybody, yeah, Jesus is God, was a black man. That means y'all God is black and we're going to worship him. No, no, don't fall into that trap. No, no, baby. That blue bag right there. Yeah. So yeah, that's all that is. That is a trap. Don't fall into these traps. That's a reset trap. That's the ebb and flow of the matrix of a corrupt matrix. You know, religious is religion. Look at all these pastors and ministers and priests, child molesting, getting the women pregnant, disrespecting their wives. Man, come on, listen, come on now. That's so disrespectful. Mm-mm. That's a trap. And the cock. So my people, y'all stay, develop your harmonic resonance where you live, where we're in harmony with the realm, because they're going to throw all of these different things out here at us to fool us, to make us believe that, oh, all of a sudden we're going to, like I said, Putin and them Ben had that vaults. The leader before him had that vault, and the leader before him, they've been knew this shit. Only when it's falling apart, now do they want to acknowledge the truth. I say, no, it's not good enough. And it's not an apology. And it's not a fucking apology, nor is it reparations for all the harm that y'all have fucking done us. So you coming out to say that Jesus is God does not repair any of the harm. Now you're going to give the people who are already racist against us worse cognitive dissonance against us because y'all been knew this shit centuries ago. Don't think that they went in there and just found that shit. They been knew this shit about our people. Don't give in to that. It's fucking bullshit. It's a fucking reset button. And it's a fucking horrible one. And it's not going to put us in any better position within the realm. I'm not your God. Hell no, you better not bob. Fuck that. No, it's a horrible reset button. They didn't do it right, and they're going to leave you scattering to fix the room. Like I said, they don't want to never hand the wheel over to the black persons after they didn't crash shit. Fuck y'all. Get your own religion together. That religion ain't for us. We don't do that. So yeah, don't fall into that nonsense. Don't fall back into democratic behavior. I don't care who these people. You've been listening to them for a while, and you think they right. I listen to a lot of people I love, but I don't agree with everything they say. You don't have to agree with everything I say. I don't expect you to fucking question it. That's one of the reasons why I'm having this study group. A lot of people want to know, how the fuck do I know this? Well, if we do a study group, I can break it down for you, because I've been talking. And then there are times when I have done live studies, on here. But yeah, no. Ew, ick. That's the ick of religion. Y'all treat us like shit. You tell us we slaves based on these passages in the Bible. Y'all got the right to treat us like this based on the Bible. And now all of a sudden, out the blue, the black man is God, and everybody, fuck that. That's a mind fucking game. That's a mind game. Nope. Nope. No. I don't need a degree to see how deep in the sea they gonna drown niggas if y'all fucking take this contract. This is a bogus contract. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with helping you. It still has everything to do with making them the focus. Because now we're going to, you know what? Instead of focusing on you, they're going to focus on all their sins and how they want your forgiveness without doing any of the work. It's like being with an abusive man who always apologizes after he whoops your ass, but doesn't change his behavior. No. Mm-mm. No. Nope, it's a reset PSYOP button. Don't fucking pick it up. Step around it, jump over it, do what you gotta do. If you got another gun, hit it. Hit that reset. Don't fall into these tricks, please. These people, come on. I love y'all so much. So, like I said, I didn't want this to be too long. Be careful, even of the elders. I don't have a right to go into any council, tribunal, or anything and say I'm voting for y'all. I don't, even as an elder. The only person I have a right to make a voice for is my child, who is an age of majority. I can't even make a vote for my adult children unless they say, Mama, you've sat down, you've told us, blah, 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 blah. We trust you. But even then, they are of the age of majority. They're really supposed to be voting for themselves. So that's how strongly I feel about that. That is how strongly I feel about people keeping the power of self within your own hands. Don't even give me your power. I am only here to educate you into the knowledge of the realm that we have not previously been aware of. I'm trying to get you ready for the solar eclipse, because look at what they're doing to us. Do not accept any contract before this class. I implore you, my people, indigenous people, I don't, matter of fact, all fucking people, do not accept any contract before my class. Do not accept any contracts before April 1st. I'm telling you, if it, because see, people got business in place, so I can't even say that. But this religious contract, but your own personal contracts that you're working on for you, yes, work through it. Make sure it's for you. Make sure it's more than a contract. Make sure it is a mutual agreement, not a treaty, because treaties are false and can be made up and created. And you don't want a contract. You want a mutual agreement of good works. That's what you want. Okay? So yeah, be careful of going into contracts. Make sure you enter into mutual agreements of good works. Not based on faith, based on works. Yeah, don't fall for these psyops. I love y'all, but yeah, let's be careful. Be careful of the contract. So, like I said, that's one of the reasons why I knew it was time for me to start giving my classes, because y'all need in-depth study into self so you can be aware of self and all the things that you're capable of. So, like I said, I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Peace and contract. Be aware of these fucked up reset narratives that they're gonna put out here. That's all good. Jesus got no. That's not y'all. That's Jubilee. You want cornucopia, and cornucopia is true abundance. Monotheism has a leash on it that you don't want no more. Love y'all.